Tom Brady is more than one person. There's a Tom Brady collective.
Fertilizer is steroids. Do you think they'll ever employ Tom Brady's in military operations? Who's sucking on the door handles out there? Welcome to a Super Bowl edition of Sports Felons for Superbowl Live. I'm Tug Porkchop.
I'm Chet Gardens.
I'm Jimathan.
So what's this big hullabaloo about Tom Brady retiring from the NFL?
Well, you know, it's been quite a crazy week. He finally announced his retirement after a reporter announced it for him. A bunch of players
should be thrown in the ocean.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Commentators, too.
Probably, yeah, honestly. And Tom Brady said, take your stuff down. His dad came out of nowhere, but then he finally formally announced it on his podcast. A whole 2 days after initially announcing that, he said he might come back. So
unsurprising.
Yeah.
The deal with that is I don't even believe it's the real Tom Brady that's retiring. Tom Brady is more than one person. There's a Tom Brady collective, right? So this Tom Brady is retiring. They're just going to roll out another model of Tom Brady.
Was this the Tom Brady that was involved in the Taco Bell incident? Also question, do you think he could be going to baseball to pursue a short-lived, poorly received career in baseball before returning to his sport that made him famous?
This Tom Brady could have just been made for baseball.
I mean, he spent a lot of time getting his body into shape for football. I'm not sure that would translate.
Yeah, but you can just do whatever. I'm sure some baseball team would sign him because he's Tom Brady.
See, the issue with the Tom Brady,
you know, he's the ultimate competitor. You really can't do anything to stop
MMA.
him. Now
Tom Brady versus Tom Brady, UFC.
How would he the fake?
Because there's multiple Tom Brady.
Well, there's no fake Tom Brady.
They're all
just
real.
The Bradys.
How?
Right, the
Brady
concept
bunch,
of
the
Brady
bunch. In 2013, I heard on an obscure, now non-existent image board, there were going to be 476 Tom Bradys because that is the sacred number of Mercury.
That's also about 8 football teams, both offense and defense.
That's true. If we could have a league composed entirely of Tom Brady, I would. It's bringing me to tears right now. I'm so emotional at the concept of that.
It would be beautiful. Do you think they'll ever employ Tom Brady's in military operations? He could stand in Tampa and throw footballs at, abandoned minefields and save children.
In the event of another Cuban
Why
Missile
isn't he
Crisis.
doing this?
The problem is that we could have this beautiful Tom Brady world, but we live in the reality that we live in right now, and there are 0 Tom Bradys in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
we have the Bengals and the Rams. So the deal with the Bengals.
I love made-up animals.
I believe it's a cat.
I wasn't talking about the Bengals.
I think it's like a goat-like creature, but with bigger horns.
Like a chimera. Or a manticore.
Manticores are real. Don't joke about that. Manticores are real. They killed my cat.
Where do you live?
Florida.
Crazy that the Bengals are here.
You know, they drafted this guy, Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Yes, Joe Burrow.
That's not real.
The Bengals were doing nothing for like 30 years, and he just kind of showed up, and now they're doing really well.
What about the other team?
The Rams?
Is that what they're called?
The Rams are also a very good team this year. What they really specialize in is the defensive front.
What they specialize in is shit uniforms. What we need to talk about and what the people want to know is what's the deal with their uniforms.
I hate anything that's new and different.
Got like a Disney font on them. They don't even look like Rams on the uniform.
We should push LA into the sea.
I mean, maybe
can you
they
even
do
explain
have a
that?
horn.
No. That's like this
that's a
abstract.
Semicircle. Don't get me wrong, I love semicircles.
It's just when it's associated with LA.
Semicircles are my favorite shape.
If we would put LA in a semicircle and dump it into the ocean, that would be for the betterment of the team.
I mean, they have a Pro Bowl one of the best corners of the game. He shuts down.
Corner?
Yeah, like
Okay.
quarterback.
Yeah, cornerback. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
And
I know what that is.
Yeah, did he have a New Jersey on?
He did.
That's the
New
problem.
Jersey is not in the Super Bowl this year.
They just want to sell New Jerseys, right? They have a quarterback. They tell him to go do good, and he does good. It's not about the quarterback. It's about the jersey. They want to sell more jerseys.
Do you think they only got the quarterback because of the jersey?
Absolutely.
They bought him with all that jersey money.
Their ideal outcome is a new jersey trilogy every 6 years. It's just so obvious that Disney's involved with the jerseys and the Rams now.
One of those guys wearing their jerseys, Aaron Donald, has put on another incredible year on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, the reason Tom Brady struggled so much and got retired, because of Aaron Donald. He is an absolute wrecking crew, going on 30 years of age and showing no signs of stopping.
The fact that he's able to go up against Tom Brady, I think, is evidence to show he's either like a rogue Brady or he's just not a Brady at all.
The real question is where did this guy come from?
If he's not a Brady, where is he from?
He just kind of showed up.
I mean, he was drafted from the College of Pittsburgh, I believe, in 2014.
That's like a good guess.
I heard that he was that cat that deadlifted 275 pounds in that viral video.
That was 500 pounds. He's very strong.
Before the surgery.
Aaron Donald, I think, was actually just grown. Like, out of the ground, they dug him up. They plucked him up like a carrot, right?
Where do you, how do you grow these things?
You don't know?
No.
You said you know about this stuff? You're an expert?
I mean, if you
More
could
like
grow
an
Aaron Donalds, I'm
expert.
sure that there would be people growing many Aaron Donalds.
Yeah, but they don't know how. They don't have the fertilizer.
It's
Fertilizer is steroids.
yeah, this is football, not baseball.
So Aaron Donald's feats. Like he's like
Feats?
Yeah, like what?
Oh,
Aaron Donald's feats.
right.
They're for something like shitty and pro jersey as the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, there are not very many defensive players that have the caliber to be the MVP. It's really inspiring to see someone of that talent kind of in the Super Bowl and finally getting the recognition that he deserves.
That's promising for the Rams, but what do you think is gonna happen if they go to overtime? So
Yes.
someone as perfect and as mysterious as Aaron Donald, he still bends to the rules like overtime. What's
Well, he might actually be the best thing for overtime. The NFL has a very controversial take on overtime in that it's sudden death, so the first person to score wins.
Yeah, dude, I love flipping coins. That's my favorite. I love Hearthstone. We'll play some Hearthstone later.
And
I think we should really change these rules.
people were suggesting that
Outraged.
we switch to the college football where they just keep scoring until someone can't score anymore.
Is that from exhaustion, fatigue?
You know, that's very good.
quitting?
You can play a lot of ads during that time. I can see there's a lot of in favor for that. I think they should just play the game over.
From the start,
entire
just
thing.
the
And
whole
I
thing
think,
from the start.
I think in the second game, the winning team has to win by a super majority.
How much is that super majority?
A super majority of the points scored.
So
And if they don't, they play the game again.
So if one team scores 10 points, how much does the other team have to score to win?
A super majority.
Okay, so
Can you count? Do you know how to count?
I'm just trying to make sure.
Do you not know how the U.S. government
Where
works?
did they get him from?
I live here, I guess. I pay my taxes.
Big if true.
Cringe.
I think they can really spice it up a bit and give each team. We let the whole teams go. So there's 2 balls on the field. There's 2 offense teams and 2 defense teams. And the first team out of either of those to score wins. I think that will.
I think they should also introduce some spinning rotors with blades on them, and maybe a guy on a motorcycle with a stick.
it's
And
just
not just one.
Is this the referee?
Convicted, serial killer
Okay.
driving around.
Okay.
You could probably get the
Let's see.
kicker.
The kickers still have to do the coin toss to see which one gets the motorcycle and the stick.
Okay.
I think that's how we can introduce
But
the
would that be an
random
unfair
element that
advantage?
people love. Well, I mean, it's already pretty fucked with the coin flip and first person to score wins when only one person can score at the time.
Right.
So are we gonna die?
So since it is Super Bowl Sunday,
Yeah. Super Bowl Sunday.
I'd like to look back and discuss some of our favorite Super Bowl memories. My favorite Super Bowl memory was from when I was a kid, when Terry Bradshaw threw that zinger past the 3-point line, and it went right through O.J. Simpson's hands, and Orson Welles just wept on television. It was a beautiful moment that I will never forget or mistake, mix up with other memories, or completely fabricate. It honestly changed my life.
I'm right there with you. The Super Bowl, ever since the Super Bowl when I was a kid, it's just my life's never been the same. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was at school, I was kind of young, I didn't really understand. See, memories like that are just what make the Super Bowl really special for. And it's personal memories like those with the Super Bowl. And I was at school, right? And I was kind of a little young to understand what exactly was going on. But before I knew it, school ended early that day. I was still a little young to understand what was going on. And it was all really fierce and intense. Like my parents were huddled and crying in joy over it.
The fuck? Who's sucking on the door handles out there?
My parents, we all got together watching it together, and it was
a national event to remember.
It was something to remember. I don't think I'll ever forget it. And it's just man, if only every Super Bowl.
It happens every year.
And Super Bowl happens every year, of course, and there's a lot of great moments, but some of them are just gonna stick to you for a lifetime.
Yeah.
I'm just very glad.
Gives you purpose.
Makes me feel good.
And what about you, Jimmo?
What kind of perspective does the Super Bowl give for you?
Russell Wilson and the Seahawks were marching down the field, and they were going against Tom Brady and the Patriots. It looked like they were going to secure their back-to-back Super Bowl victories, and Russell Wilson threw an interception at the 3-yard line, and everybody expected that game to be over and sealed, and Tom Brady won another Super Bowl.
There's nothing like a Brady proving his worth.
Yeah.
To really give a strong memory for you.
And in just any possible matter.
Now again, Tom Brady is not on the field for the game today. What's going to happen?
Well, he might be. A lot of people are saying that this Joe Burrow is very similar to Tom.
I thought they were saying Tom Brady was going to,
Swarm the
show
field.
up.
Emerge
from the ground.
So who's Brady going to play for?
This is Super Bowl Sunday.
He would probably want to play for the Rams.
How much do you think they're going to win by?
The Achilles heel of the Bengals is their offensive line. They are not able to protect Joe Burrow whatsoever. He had 9 sacks in a victory.
Well,
and that was quarterback
I think
record.
you're totally wrong. The Bengals have the strongest offensive line in the history of the NFL right now, and they could take on anybody.
A Bengal could kill a Ram. Do you understand that?
Bengals are predators. Rams are prey. Add it up.
It doesn't matter. You could have the most Tom Brady Ram in existence. My grandma could take it down with a kitchen knife.
But what I'm saying is that in this instance, Joe Burrow would be the Ram, and Aaron Donald would be the Bengal.
So where's Tom Brady?
He's with us all.
He's in our hearts.
Yeah.
As
we
so
can
beautiful.
We can never forget what he gave to us all the time, every single year.
I love football.
Tom Brady it sucks that he's gone for now. Hopefully he comes back.
I can't do it. I miss him already.
It's okay. He's starting a new company. Yeah, you could buy his merchandise.
Merchandise?
Yeah. TV12.
Okay.
TV12.com. Sponsored.
You should have put our website in there instead. So, as our stats and figures expert, I have one last question for you.
Yeah.
It's not exactly relevant for the Super Bowl,
but
does Dick Buttkiss imply passing or receiving?
I believe he was a linebacker. So
experts can't even handle the simplest of questions. We pegged you as the numbers guy, and here you are. This has been Sports Felons. We're here. Okay.
Well, this is
All right, I think we're good.
Super Bowl. I think the phone died 5 minutes ago.
Chet Gardens.
The mobile battery died, so we need to.
No! Undress!
This has been Sports Felons signing off. Super Bowl Sunday. And
Catch you at the game.
Watch it or don't.
Chet guard it. Undress, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I got hops. Alright, ready? Are you actually recording?
Yeah.
I couldn't get it to turn like before.
Alright, what did you get? Let's see it.